to compare i3-4010U with i3-3217U. It presents an interesting comparison because we have a Haswell processor on one hand and Ivy Bridge processor on the other hand. The Haswell being the newer one at a lower clock frequency at 1.7 GHz versus 1.8 GHz for the Ivy Bridge. Now, how does this 4010U performs even with a lower clock frequency? And that makes it interesting because on the one hand we want to see a higher performance per clock frequency because of the newer architecture. So let's take a look at some of the quick things. We have both of the processor neck to neck. In pretty much other things, we have the same amount of the cache memory. We have about the same TDP rating, but Haswell, because of its newer architecture and lower power configuration and all these things, it draws a little lower power. But the Haswell is priced a little higher, $281 versus $225. So you are going to see a slightly higher priced Haswell notebooks with i3-4010U. Now, is it worth it? Let's see. We can have the Intel HD graphics. That's one of the important things, difference between these two. We have a better, newer HD graphics, maybe 20 to 30% better performance. You want to check the difference between HD graphics 4400 with 4000 to exactly compare them. But in a nutshell, basically 4400 turns out to be better than. That leaves us to compare their processor performance exactly, and we have here a benchmark that shows the difference between these two processors. Take a look at those numbers. We have the clock frequency. There is no turbo in both of these processors, and here we have in the past market score, both are almost the same with i3-3217U slightly better than i3-4010U. So we can say that in terms of processor, 4010U is no better than 3217U. But if you are looking at the graphics performance as well, you might want to consider i3-4010U. So in the end, you will also compare the prices of the notebooks featuring these two processors in addition to the processor performance, and also keep in mind the graphics. Thank you for taking a look at that, and leave your comments in the comment section below.